I think you should take the first one.
But I don't smoke.
Actually, you come with locks, you know.
You know, I know.
Cute and the automatic. You know what we were talking about this morning
Such
that
a
I really should
stereotype.
point out?
Yes.
Everybody, all the females in here, except
them.
for one person, have natural hair.
So this is the hot topic of the day.
Yeah.
Television Jamaica is leading the way. Wendy, big up yourself. Kamika, name them.
Of
Yusefina,
course. Tammy.
Empress. Who else?
Become
Jody.
comfortable with yourself. That's what we're encouraging.
We are leading natural hair for the Afro kinky Negro hot,
Revolution.
talented, educated, black with broad nose and some nice broad lips and that nice dark skin, chocolate hot. Chocolate,
Yeah, all of
coffee,
that.
black, natural hair. But that's just the hot topic for
in
now.
here.
In here.
The hot topic
Going
today is
across the island. The health ministry says training is not mandatory for medical practitioners to prescribe ganja. The declaration comes as stakeholders in the ganja industry expressed their disapproval over a decision to hire a private firm owned by an official of the ministry to train medical practitioners to prescribe medical ganja. However, the ministry says that the training courses recently conducted were undertaken independently by a private firm and were not done under the jurisdiction of the ministry. Such training is desirable, the ministry continues, and recommends, in light of the fact that it's a new era of practice for medical and health professionals, they think that, you know, they should take the training because they're going to be prescribing medical marijuana, and, you know, it helps them to keep in line with the relevant medical and public health standards that's coming out of the Gleaner yesterday.
So, saying that they don't need training means what? How do they know how to prescribe a certain amount of dosage? What dosage do you prescribe? How much is necessary for what issue? If you don't have training, how do you negotiate the path of prescribing it if you don't have training?
Well, I'm sure the Medical Council of Jamaica would give them some guidelines, but I guess it's not a training like
Per se.
yeah. So,
Well,
yeah.
if we go by life, you know,
But
the training kind of innate, I suppose. Everybody know how much they need.
how much they need by how they feel. But you know,
I don't know.
let me just say though, the health ministry is developing policy guidelines that will deal with the prescription of the medical marijuana, ganja, and accompanying regulations, which it is mandated to do under the act. So let's see what happens. But yeah, it's a great industry to develop, and countries have seen a lot of benefits from it. So if we're talking about GDP, I say get on with the medical marijuana.
Let's see how it can help us out. This one is pretty nice. We're always bringing up the negatives and we harp on them when we're really sad about them. So this one is pretty good that we're going to put it out there. A father and his two sons graduated university together.
Nice.
Yes, last weekend, 53-year-old Harvard Burke, he walked across the stage to receive his Master's of Business Administration degree, and his son, Kemoy, 28 years old, was right behind him. And then his younger son, Kamal, 23, walked the very stage an hour before him, receiving a BS in operational management. And you know, he said, when I went up, Kemoy was behind me in the line, and I heard the announcer say, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement. We have a father and son graduating today," and the place erupted. Can you imagine that feeling?
That's nice.
He said his knees went weak and he couldn't walk. I can just imagine how he felt. And we congratulate people like this. We congratulate anybody who wants to further their education. I mean, you're never too old. If you think that you don't want to do it anymore because you're too old, that is the wrong reason. Always feel propelled to go ahead and do something more.
I agree.
No matter where you are.
I completely agree. And it's nice to see when they talk about the ratio of women to men at the University of the West Indies. It's nice to see the three of them standing there when everybody says the men are excelling.
Big up the men. Yeah, man.
Big up our Jamaican
Big
men
That's right.
that are excelling in that field, and those who are excelling wherever you are. If you're doing it, just do it good. Continuing and going across the globe now, there, you know, earthquakes, you know. I really want to big up Dana Lynn Swaby as well, and her charge for young people to get involved with climate change and climate action as an advocacy, because around the world we have to be prepared for these natural disasters. And our condolences goes out to our family and friends across the region there in Iran.
Iran, Iraq, it was
Iran,
the
Iraq,
border,
right there on
actually,
the border. That's right. There was an earthquake. Boy, how
7.3
magnitude earthquake.
And so far they have reported 200 fatalities.
My goodness,
Injuries of up to
207.
2,500 people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
207 something dead. Most of the deaths so far have been in Iran. The quake's epicenter was across the border in Iraq, about 350 kilometers north of Baghdad. 7 people were killed and 301 injured in the Kurdish region. 301 injured.
Yeah.
That's a sad situation.
That's and that's only in the Kurdish region.
Yeah.
It's over 2,500 injuries that they have
Jesus.
reported. And it's so funny. Iran sits on a fault line. It's like, so it's, if an earthquake is gonna happen,
Yeah.
it's quite likely that it's gonna happen right there.
Yeah.
So again, we stand in solidarity with you. And we need to stand in solidarity with the world. It doesn't matter who governs where and what kind of wars are breaking out all over the place. Whatever is happening to the world happens to each and every person in it.
And it can happen to us.
Yeah, man, most definitely.
So, I mean, boy, and so many of our friends across the Puerto Rico and Haiti are still suffering the after effects
Right.
of earthquakes and
Hurricanes as well.
hurricanes and Mexico. And, we feel it for you. We pray for you and we lift you up today. That's what's going on in Hot Topics. What else is good?
Lots of things.
Lots of
life.
things.
And it's birthday time. That's
Oh
what's
yeah, somebody's born today.
good. Yeah. Do you have any birthdays? Well, I have one. Basil Dawkins, the playwright. Yes, we call him Daddy B. He's responsible for my introduction into commercial theater, and I have to pick you up and tell you a great, happy birthday from me and your actual daughter. TK, have a wonderful day. I hope it's fantastic.
Yes.
I also have one from them call her Gadisha. Her name is Stacey Ann Williamson. A happy birthday to you from your friends Odette and everybody else. So happy birthday to you guys. Say on the bond right over the edge into November, and it's kind of not exactly the right month, but still happy birthday.
When's your birthday?
October 27th. It's just gone.
Oh, yes. Oh, my mom's the 22nd. My brother's the 29th. See? Yeah, I get
Good people.
Yeah, I do.
Good
then you
people.
have people that are born in November, like last Friday.
Yeah, good people that are born in November like last Friday. I remember your birthday, Neville.
Yes, Neville, I didn't get a chance to publicly say.
Yeah.
Happy Earth Day to you, Coach. You're a
Happy
decent
birthday.
smuddy, if you know what I mean.
Good up people.
Yeah, good up people.
That was it.
From all of your youths, them that you train, and from myself and Saki.
All right.
Saki. All right. Happy birthday to all the children who are born today.
course.
You woke up this morning. Just look in the mirror and do know that you have purpose, okay? Look and say to yourself that you are somebody. You are worth something. You're wonderful. You have potential. You have a voice. Love yourself, especially our children in foster care, in children's homes. Those who are just waking up and feel that nobody loves you, we love you. We love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
That lives in all of the hearts of people. Believe you. We'll make the dream become a reality. I know we will. Because our hearts tell us so. is love.